what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not. You and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. You and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I want.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to this amazing YouTube channel. It's Sande. So today's video I'm gonna show you how I traveled from Nairobi to Machakos using the Mombasa road, So welcome to this amazing YouTube channel, and if it's your first time here, please consider subscribing to the channel. Like, comment, share, and be part of this amazing YouTube channel. So the start of the video now, we are at Mombasa Road, heading to Machakos. So on Mombasa Road is one of the main major highways that ply in Kenya. That means you can use Mombasa Road to go to Mombasa, Malindi, Diani, the coastal side of Kenya. It's a major highway that's really of helpful to many people. So you can see there's something that came up during the period of the former president, who was Uhuru Kenyatta. It's something that came up which is called the Nairobi Expressway. You can see it on the right side. So I want to talk about the Nairobi Expressway. So on this right side of my video, where I'm driving from, you can see there's some structure and there's another road on the right side. So that one we call it the Nairobi Expressway. So it was built by President Uhuru Kenyatta in conjunction with the government of China. They build it in a way to work in a very unique way, whereby the people that are using the expressway, they are paying to use it. So when they pay, that's when the money they generate from that is being used to run the expressway, like the maintenance. Also, it's a kind of someone giving you money, you do with it something, then you pay him slowly by slowly. That's how it worked. So the Kenyan government approached the Chinese government, and there has been a very long-term relationship between China and Kenya in terms of road construction and majorly road constructions. So China has came up in Kenya during the late President Kibaki, and they constructed the Thika superhighway. I did a video about it, and I think I just go and check it out. So they did a very nice superhighway, and that was the origin of the relationship between China and Kenya in terms of road construction. So here comes another plan whereby they came up with President Uhuru to build the Nairobi Expressway. So Nairobi Expressway has been a very positive road, and a very positive. It has brought a very positive significance in terms of how it's working, because it's a very easy way of transportation. You can imagine a journey that could have taken you like hours, it takes you minutes. For instance, from Nairobi to a place called to Syokimau, it's just a few minutes, because there are no more vehicles on that other side, and also it's kind of a separate road. That means there's less vehicles and then no traffic at all. So that's how they came up. I think the least amount of money you can pay on the Nairobi Expressway is about 300 and let's say 40 to 60. Anyone who has ever used it, you can just tell us on the comment section how much did you pay, because to my understanding I believe that they charge according to the distance that you have taken. So if you take a very long distance, let's say from Westlands to Syokimau or JKIA, it's more expensive compared to from Westlands to a place like Syokimau. See now, so the distance that you take determines the amount of money that you pay. Then you pay it after you have reached your destination. So there's a way that it works in that you cannot get out of the expressway without paying. So there's no way you can dodge it. So that's about the expressway. You can see it on the right side. Here the traffic was kind of really holding us up, but now in the next few minutes it will be a free moving. So I was traveling during the midday. It was from I traveled from around 1 to 1 to by 3 I was in Machakos. It's a very short distance that it takes you like 1 hour. You'll be in Machakos if you're using the shuttles. So the expressway, that's how it works, and I think it's a very positive thing that has really came up. And if you once used it, just tell us on the comment section if you used the Nairobi if you have used the Nairobi Expressway, because to me the experience that I had when I used it on my way back from Machakos, it was really amazing, because we really used very short distance. Consider this is the Eastern Bypass toll. There are different tolls. That means if someone is going to who's doing a shorter distance, be able to exit. So on the expressway, you need to be very careful. You need to know the exit point and the exit path, so that you may not be able to do a long distance or get lost. So still maneuvering around. We're gonna head at the river, then gonna pass JKIA, then Syokimau, JKIA, then at the river, then we'll end to Machakos. So if you're going to Machakos, I urge you to use the shuttles. For the shuttle, they are able to fill very fast at the bus station. When I talk about bus station, I mean where you are boarding the matatu. It feels very fast because it carries less people compared to when you're using the buses. So for the buses, you are supposed to have around 30 people on it, 30 to 35 people on it. That means it will take you too long to fill the bus. But now for the shuttles, they take a very short time. So we are now heading close to Syokimau, I think. Heading to Syokimau now. Also, at Syokimau is where we have the SGR station. Also, the Kenyan government has really worked with the China government for a very long time in terms of road infrastructure, because even the SGR, which is the standard gauge railway that was built from Syokimau to Mombasa, then it came to Suswa. And I heard that the Ngong Suswa toll it's not that active. Kind of a ghost project in terms of people who use it. There are less people who use it because also of the accessibility from Ngong area to where the train station is. So that's where Syokimau is. It's kind of a very big train station that many people know here in Nairobi. So on this particular day, the traveling was really smooth. I think now we are close to a place called GM. The traveling was really smooth because afternoon hours sometimes we are kind of driving against the traffic, you know. So you can see that vehicle on the right side. This vehicle's on my right side. These are the ones that are using the expressway now. You can see they're moving so swiftly, you know, very swiftly. So this that's the expressway side. See that vehicle? Just try to observe the speed that we are driving, and the other side. But the speed limit is it 75 kilometers or 80 kilo? No, it's 80, I think. 8, not 80. Ooh. Either 100 or 120. You know, we have the maximum speed limit also. We need to not go beyond that. I will confirm and tell you later on my community. So it's now it's around afternoon hours, and you know, in Nairobi and majorly the outskirts of Nairobi, afternoon hours are easier for someone to travel than during the morning hours. Let's say from 9 to, depending on the area that you are traveling to. For instance, if you are traveling to Machakos, if you don't want to strain, you better do it midday from 12, when the traffic is not that bad, compared to someone who's doing it from let's say, for instance, someone who's traveling from around 6 in the, or let's say 7 in the morning. He or she will have a lot of traffic compared to the afternoon hours. So see this like this big evergreen vehicle is heading to Mombasa, maybe to pick a luggage, you know, that's where the port is. Then some small lorries like the one you are seeing might be transporting, let's say, shop items from one area to another. So the bigger lorries, the trailers, we call them trailers, like this one you are seeing here on the side, they majorly go to places like Mombasa directly to go and bring some luggage. So you have seen, if you were once used to the expressway, just tell us what was your experience with it. How did it serve you? Did you have a nice experience with the expressway? That's a footbridge, you know. And in Kenya, the government should put on very strict measures in terms of the use of the footbridge, because for to my information, most of the Kenyans, they tend to ignore it, and what they do, they just walk, they cross below the footbridge, and it becomes dangerous because someone might be knocked by a vehicle. So the Kenyan government should put more efforts to ensure that Kenyans use the footbridge no matter what. It should be a must for one to use it, you know. So I'm trying to locate. See, now this is a bypass. We call it a bypass, where vehicles try to turn around and use a different route. The clouds were so nice, you can see. The only issue with this video is that the windscreen of the vehicle was having some small patches of mud, but that didn't cause a lot of problem. But it just had some small spots you can see on it, small spots of mud, but it didn't cause a lot of problems. So the beautiful skies, you know, skies are always amazing, my friend. So this you see the truck, that trailer, Masks, that's a very big company that transports also goods from the coastal region of Kenya. You know, that means that the coastal side of Kenya should grow very fast. You know, in terms of development. You know, because the port, because the port opens up a very wide business platform for those guys, so they need to grow and expand very fast. I think we are close to Mlolongo, that's why you see some small traffic, because I know past Mlolongo, this is Mlolongo, past, let me be keen on it. So past Mlolongo, it is just a very smooth ride, you know. So you can see someone who's using the expressway is able to avoid such kinds of things like this slowing down, because we are really on an express move. That's why it's called the expressway. On an express move, just driving. See that car that has passed very fast, you know, very smoothly. So it's just a matter of how much you want to spend, because if you do your own math, you might find that you will spend a lot of time on the traffic jam, yet you can easily pay that expressway fee and use less time, so you'll save on fuel. So the amount of money that you might end up using on no, yeah, at Mlolongo. Now you can see the Mlolongo toll. So this is Mlolongo. Welcome to Mlolongo. Don't know why that name came from Mlolongo. For me, you know, in Swahili, Mlolongo is kind of a line. People are making a line to get something. That's a Mlolongo. So in the comment section, just tell us why the name Mlolongo is called Mlolongo. So I was talking about the amount of money that you spend on fuel comparison to the amount of money that you'll pay on the expressway toll. So it's just about you can do your math and try one day and see which is better, you see, because you have an option of spending money on fuel, then spend money on fuel, then you or spend money on the expressway. If you spend money on the expressway, you might end up reaching your destination faster, and you might end up saving on fuel. So that's just a matter of doing the math. So we are past Mlolongo now. Gonna go down, 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 down. So something else to observe is that in terms of the environmental, let's say the topography, the climate, the more you get out of Nairobi city, when heading to coast, like Machakos side and the coastal region, especially when heading to Machakos, the more you find that it starts to become more dry, you know. The reason is you find that Nairobi is very cool. That's why even it's called a place of cool waters. So Nairobi is more cooler than Machakos. So when you head to Machakos, it gets more dry now. So now we are at the river. So at the river, majorly is a place whereby there's majority of companies that they manufacture, they make cement. So at the river, to my observation, it's a very dusty place. So I can't just encourage someone to live there, for instance, because of your health issues, because it's more of industrious, you know. And an industrious. Oh, that name is missing. English is not my tongue. In Swahili we say kizungu si kidomo changu. So an industrious place means you need to have less people around because of the dust. But you can see the view, very nice, extra nice. Imagine. And this I just filmed this video with my phone. I can imagine if you can take such kind of a view with a GoPro camera, then when you have less dirt on the windscreen, you know. So this past Mlolongo, within Mlolongo, the terrain becomes like flat, but when you get closer to Machakos, you find that you'll have a hilly topography, you know. So in terms of climate, it gets hotter, then you are able to get more of shrubs, you know, because there are less trees now at this side of Machakos, you know, at the river Machakos. Now see now at the river, you find more of the shrubs, and the tree that is majorly growing here, we call it the acacia species of trees. For acacias, they are adapted to a dry ecosystem or environment, so they easily grow well in a place that that receives less rainfall throughout the year. So, and you know the problem with them, they don't grow very fast, then they don't grow very tall. The only acacia tree that grows taller is called the yellow-backed acacia. So if you have been to Naivasha, I think you have seen that tree. It's an acacia tree with the yellow back. So that's why it's called the yellow-backed acacia, or the fever tree. So for that, it grows more taller than the other acacias, like the whistling acacia, the acacia brunea, which is kind of a shrub-like, you know. So you can see it's getting dusty. Then you can see these trucks. They might be carrying, like, say, sand or cement. And you know this road has majority of trucks because of the journey from Nairobi to Mombasa, you know. Yeah. So you can see the more lorries on this road more than any other vehicle because of that, you know. Because you know I talked about the port of Mombasa, where you have a lot of goods reaching Kenya. So that's why you have this many trucks, tractors, trailers, name it, the way you want, heading to that particular place. So when the SGR came about, we thought that it might reduce the business for these guys. It really affected them somehow, because they lowered the charges for the containers, transporting of containers. That means the guys really were affected in terms of the money, the money income, the jobs. Some of them lost their jobs, but now the business people were happy because they were able to save, to make more money, because transporting a container on a SGR was now somehow cheaper than using a trailer. But now the time they went back to the trailer, using of the trailer, because it reached a time whereby even if you use the SGR, you have to go to Syokimau and pick your container. So you see, you also use another vehicle to pick it from Syokimau. Then when you do that calculation, you find that it's just the same amount that you could have used a trailer, which could have brought you the container to your business area. For instance, let me say, if someone is having a business of selling second-hand clothes, call them mtumba in Swahili, in a shanks, kind of a slug, who is selling mtumba in Gikomba market, he or she will have to put the container, will take the container from the port, he takes it to the Mombasa SGR station, loads it on the trailer. Then the trailer will bring the container to, let's say, Nairobi, Syokimau. Then you go to Syokimau with another vehicle, you load it, then you bring it to Gikomba. So you see that kind of logistics becoming more complicated. Then if you do your own math, you might find that you could have used the same amount of money that you used if you have one vehicle that carries it from Mombasa. So most of these guys ended up using that, going back to the old system. But I know they still carry some luggage containers with the SGR. So we'll have to branch or divert in a very short time now. So we are in Kitini now. No, we have already gone to this loop here, heading to Machakos now. You can see we are now heading to Machakos. We left the Mombasa road. You can see the mountains. You know, that's a sign of you heading to Machakos. You see them hills. Let me call them hills because they're not mountains. Hills all over. See very straight roads and less vehicles now. Then you can see there are less trailers or lorries on this road now. I think it's called Kitui something. Is it Kitui Machakos Road? I did just tell us on the comment section if I've been on this road. Is it Kitui Machakos or Kitui? Is it Machakos Kitui Road or Kitui Nairobi Road? Just tell us. So you see now, there are more of valleys. The road is not that flat compared to the other side where you came from. It's kind of more hilly, but now the road is well maintained in terms of the maintenance. Very nice view, less vehicles. That means travel very fast here. So it's just a short distance from the junction to Machakos town. It's not that long distance. So even we are now close to Machakos town. So thank you so much guys for watching. I hope you learned something about this travel, the journey from Nairobi to Machakos. So things to notice that check on the time, you know, that you are traveling. If it's possible, if you either wake up early in the morning, because the traffic will just catch up with you from let's say the traffic will catch up with you from Nairobi to Mlolongo. That's where the traffic is really tight, but the other side is more of a clear. So if you're able to travel faster earlier in the morning, you are on the good side, you know, rather than traveling midday or when it's more traffic. See the hills, guys, looking so nice. Less vehicles on the road. So we are now in welcome to Machakos town, guys. So welcome to Machakos town, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being part of this amazing community. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video with your audience, and be able to enjoy the video, guys. The Machakos County, county under the sun. It's very hot here, and it's around 4. It's kind of more hot than I expected. So still a county a town that is still developing. Because if you see the kind of buildings that are here, that are kind of small buildings here. The mountain